arch. First thing, here's the star, and I did it with PEX tubing, just a PEX tubing that you use for the water. That's a 2-foot point-to-point. It's got 50 lights in it. These also I saw online where people had wrapped pieces of PVC for the leaping arches. I'll do a video on how I did those too. And they work really good. It's 3/4 inch PVC with 100 lights on it, and that's a 22-foot strand of lights, and it wraps pretty tightly and looks real good. And then you just slide that over your PFC. But anyway, back to the star. What you need to do to the star is just a piece of, this is a 10-foot piece of flex tubing. It's kind of hard to do this from this angle. Anyway, string of lights, some zip ties, a pair of cutters. Basically, to start, you take your string of lights, and what you have to do in order to get this plug off of this end, if you cut it at the very last light, you see 2 wires here and then 1 going out to the plug. If you just cut that and snip it right there, then this other side of the wires will unwind, and it actually goes all the way back to the first light on the string. That just gives you your 110 volts to continue down the string of lights to the next string of lights. So once you start unwrapping that, that will unwrap all the way back to your first light. Then you have everything you need. I mean, you have a 10-foot string of lights with less wire in it, and it's a lot easier to pull it through the tube because they will pull through very tightly. And then I cut this piece of 10-foot piece of PEX tubing into 5 lengths, 2 foot long, and then I drilled holes right here on the end. Oh, where's my camera at? Okay, right here. As you can see, there's a hole in that piece of PEX tubing. It goes all the way through. And that's where I put my zip ties. So when you put the zip ties in like this at the end, then you hook these together after you put your lights in. I hooked them together, and then you can make your star, and then where the star crosses, you just zip tie it, like right there at that intersection. There's another one there, and then these are zip tied right on the very end, as you can see. Oh, you can't see them. I use white zip ties, of course. So, and this piece of pipe I didn't clean first. The best thing to do when cleaning these pipes, just take some lacquer thin in a rag. I put mine in a vise, the whole 10-foot piece, pulled it down, and it cleaned it right up. So anyway, that's the way the star looks when it's finished. I'm going to turn a couple lights out. It's daytime, but as you can see, it's a pretty bright light. And then, of course, those other 2 lights over there are the lights for the leaping arch. Okay, after you cut this, you take those pieces. I just put a coat hanger into the last light right there, taped it on, and then I just start pulling this. Hook that coat hanger, which is 3 foot long, goes in my vise, and I just pull this piece of plastic down over the lights, 1 light at a time, forcing it in. You know, it actually takes 2 hands to do this, but I'll give you the gist of it. And as you pull this down and slide it, that piece of PVC will just keep coming down. And like I said, you unwrap this extra wire as you go down. This piece here, that's the plug-in, and you just keep unwrapping that, and when you get to the first light on the string, you cut it off. So then you've got your 1 string of lights, and it's twisted together, and you only have 2 wires going through there, so it fits through pretty easily. Then after I stretch all of this out and get all 5 pieces on, then I put the zip ties, and then I make the star, which I'll show you how to do in a minute.